Hello everybody, welcome back to some Control, picking up where we left off. I played around with my mods a bit. I actually got a new one where I recover health from hitting people with just my regular old launch attack, which is nice. And it's a percentage, so it's 10%, which isn't a lot, but I can also hit 3 people at once, which means it's 30%. If I hit with all 3, which is
28 days
nice.
now spent inside what we're calling the oldest house. Northmore insists on the name. I'm too tired to ask why. I'm not sleeping well. Per orders, me and my research team have established a permanent examination lab in the Foundation. I basically live down here now, like the obedient head of research Father raised me to be. I spend my days investigating that odd pillar where Northmore found the handgun. The work was half-hearted at first, I admit. But then I discovered numerous non-Aristotelian energy channels converging at its base. Ley lines, dragon roads, Hylogalinian, call them what you want. But this pillar is the crossroads. I started building something. Equal parts talisman and technology. An array that can impose order on the ley junctions. That's the idea, at least. We'll see when I'm done.
Oh, so that...
I prefer to work away from the pillar. I'm not the only one who feels like that thing has eyes.
So either he made the control points, or designed them, or he designed whatever we have to, the 4 things that we have to go and turn on. Where are we right now? I guess we're at the entrance. So I plugged that in. Whether or not that'll do anything, I don't know, because there seems to be a lot of them that don't really do a whole lot right now, but I also feel like I saw a door somewhere. That's interesting. After numerous attempts, I finally found a way to intercept and contain the ambient energy of the ley lines in a kind of non-Aristotelian battery I've dubbed the power core. I admit it was difficult capturing the energy I can barely measure, but much less interact with. Luckily, it seems that the porous stone in the Foundation's caverns possess such conductive qualities. Using stone flakes and copper wire, my power cores collect significant power. My early prototypes collected too much, in fact, but I've since reinforced container. We don't yet know the repercussions of tapping into this power field. As a precaution, these devices should not be taken outside the house, ideally. The Bureau should no longer need to rely on typical energy sources. It's my greatest feat of engineering yet. I've always had an interest in invention. I like the creativity that it allowed, set within the firm boundaries of logic and physics. Father never approved calling it a mundane science. With that in mind, I dedicate this invention to Theodore Ashseed. May he scowl in peace. That will just be the thing we read. Okay, so this one actually isn't even available yet. Or was the power core I threw at it... Oh, the power core I threw at it wasn't even an active one. Come here, you. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to assume then that I need to power this up, and now when I hit the elevator again, I'll have like another level that I can go to or something. Now normally taking these on the elevator doesn't work, but this is power core storage. So presumably, and I mean they didn't need to put 2 working ones in here. 1 would have been sufficient, so presumably this is meant to take this one. Tunnel access. Guess we'll see if it disappears. Like I said, it shouldn't. Well, it definitely didn't disappear, so that's good. Now the question is, where does it go?
Entry day plus 51. Northmore has ordered an all-hands search for objects similar to the service weapon. He claims there are more in the house, though I don't see how he's so certain. He's been strange lately, talking about joining greater causes, and frequently mentioning the pyramid. After pressing him, he finally described this pyramid to me. Inverted, black, mathematically perfect. Oddly enough, Adam and the other id have shown me numerous inverted triangles painted on the cave walls. Surely there's a connection. I don't see it yet. As far as occult symbols go, triangles are by no means rare. Flood, Levi, Kroll, they used that shape like it was going out of fashion. Standing on their base, triangles signify stability and strength. Inverted on their points, they represent conflict and stagnation. Of course, the orientation is just a matter of perspective. Looking at the pyramid from below gives you one, from above another. Northmore says he looks up at the inverted pyramid. I have to wonder, is anyone standing over it, looking down?
All this talk of pyramids is making me want to play Assassin's Creed Origins again. I realize that it's a very, like, really that's all it takes, but at the same time, yes, that is in fact all it takes sometimes. Okay, so I can't, I'm assuming, go higher. No. I can't get in there. It's a very weird area. There's a platform over there I should be able to reach. I'm less and less certain that I actually needed to bring this with me, but if there's a chance it'll be useful at the other end, I'm going to keep it with me. Oh, there's another control point, some more crystals that I need to break and can't. Yeah, I feel like I really should have taken that big one. The fracture ability. Also, this is a very odd control point. Actually, anything up here? Yeah, something in behind the crystals. That's not a surprise. Alright, well. Let us continue along. Ooh, looks... Okay, well, we got more spikes, but the last room had a bunch of spikes I didn't end up using. Okay, I'm going to drop you right here, so that I know where you are as I look to see if there's somewhere I can put you. Ah! Also, is that just something aiming at me? Yup. Good night to you. And to both of you. That worked out well. Oh. Grab you, because flying guys are always useful. Even if they're the last one. Well. Empty hole there. Got more of those exploding pods. And I think I may have brought that thing for no reason. That power core all the way here. Not even anything I can use it on. That's a shame. I really thought my logic was sound, too. No. Get. You know, they didn't need to put 2 in that room, so maybe you're meant to bring 1, and then, you know, every other time I try to bring something up an elevator that I'm not supposed to, it just vanishes on me, and it didn't. I was like, oh man, I must be fucking right on this, but nope. But you know what? I'm not wrong until I'm wrong, so. There's always a possibility that I need a power core ahead that I'm supposed to find a different way. And the fact that I brought this with me means I'll be able to not worry about how I'm supposed to find the one that's there.
That damn gun.
I've served under 2 directors. 3 now, I suppose. Trench and I worked our way up together. We made it through the tough cases, the bad days, the casualties. He was the epitome of a good agent. Smart, decisive, selfless. Then he picked up that damn gun. Becoming director is a formal process overseen by the board. Lots of ritual and mystery. After that, key staff provide detailed briefs on all classified matters, past and present. But with Faden, well, there's no protocol for field promotion. The girl's smart, has a good head on her shoulders. I'm trusting her to handle the hiss upstairs, while I hold them off here. All this shit with the nail, the board, I'm not sure she's ready. Besides, I work better alone.
I am curious, though, how...
I'm here, aren't I? I saved the Bureau once, and I'll do it again.
How her gun that she has there compares to mine. Because, I mean... Are we going over there, I guess? Note, per archival mandates, this document has been edited. Yeah, okay. The retrieved material was subjected to Fellstrom's array, configuration 74B, but the tests were halted as the matter began to physically elude the equipment. Attempts to constrain the element were made, but under further stress it became vaporous. The researchers suffered corrosive injuries prior to their deaths. The child victims at Meteor Hill recounted the material enveloping them in a pleasant manner upon making contact, but when discovered, they were redacted and screaming. Bodily changes were perceived immediately, deformities, loss of pigment in the skin and hair, and mental symptoms surfaced in subsequent examinations, confusion and heightened aggression. The Department of Public Knowledge and Diversions gave statements claiming the incident was caused by debris from poorly made Russian satellites, which the public accepted with no complications. The children were sent to the Bureau's recuperation facility and redacted to receive help away from society. Okay. Guess that just activates this. Now, was there... no, I am not seeing anywhere else that I may have been able to reach from here. Oh, well, actually... Haha! Now, is this like a little side area, or... Okay, is this a hidden area, or like an actual place to go? It doesn't seem like it should be an actual place to go, because it has the, because you need shape to get here, so obviously if I took fracture, I wouldn't be able to. Oh, good lord. The fuck is all this? Oh, so they do fight the hiss. Okay, and I can even take control of them. That's interesting. Control him too. Grab you, because you've got a large health bar. Now, did you kill the sniper that was over there? I fucking hope so. Good, good. Fuck you. Okay, so this actually did lead me to another opening in this place, though. So that's interesting. If I go out here, I should be able, yeah, to work my way up to there. Clearly there's some hiss guys in there. Okay, well let's go poke our head back into the warehouse here. Definitely some kind of hiss corruption going on there. Their shifting fragment. My explorations of the Foundation have resulted in yet another mystery, a fascinating series of etchings on large stone tablets. The tablets themselves are likely not native to the Foundation, seeing as they're slabs of sedimentary stone, quite different from the cave's categorization defying rock. Their placement and form are also too intentional to be naturally occurring, but who braved this place to carry them in, and for what purpose? I discovered a 5-point macro entanglement between the tablets, with the pillar at its center. These links seem to extend beyond our level of consciousness to some astral realm I can't detect. Is Northmore's board somehow tied to all this? The etchings on these tablets are similarly curious. They differ from the cave paintings in style and technique, so are clearly not of the same origin. Are they the visual narration of some event, or do they indicate intent, a wish, a plan? They only seem to consist of the tree and the pillar, but the sizes of either are inconsistent. What does that signify? I'm missing key pieces of this puzzle, and it's unlikely I'll ever find them. Okay, and we do have another elevator. Now I'm curious, when this gets up here, will I be able to use it to go down to that last floor I was at? Okay, so I'm assuming we're on floor 5, and tunnel quick access is probably where we were last time. So when we go down here, we should have our power cube. Yes, we do. That. So I'm actually going to drop this in here. Also going to take our light here and drop it so that it's in here. Oh, but I actually can't go back up. That's interesting. I need to go this way to get up. Alright. Nope, not at all what I wanted. Kind of wish there was like a different button or something for it, you know? Just so that like I don't end up picking stuff up when I want to use the shape ability. Although I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Because like the shape ability, it isn't going to like I don't feel like it's gonna screw me over it at any point, you know. I just wanted to call the elevator back up to see if it actually brings the power keeping that back. It should. I mean, there's no reason that it shouldn't, but I'm just curious. Because if that's the case, then it is, yeah, it is entirely possible then that my goal is to get this cube to the top. But I was just supposed to leave it in the elevator and bring it up as I go, as I take these paths. But at this, oh well, yeah, I guess, right? Like, because I was gonna say maybe we get Fracture way sooner than I thought. Because like, you can't do this without shape, obviously. But I can't go the other way without Fracture. So it's entirely possible that once I finish this, I get Fracture. But that seems... It seems weird to me that they would bother making me choose between them if they're going to give me the other one that quickly, you know? It just seems like it wouldn't be worth it, you know? Can't reach it from here, but that's fine. Okay, so I need to... lower the Hiss barrier, yeah. I've done that. I mean, that'll open the door for me, but I don't know if that'll... Look, there's a power cube slot. Okay, well, like I suspected, that didn't actually... How do I... I mean, I can... Oh, that's not the right button. Okay, well that worked. And that's how you get the... Aha! But I was one step ahead of you. I already had the power cube up. Okay, so I'll do the same and place that there. Now the other times I had a power cube, that let me go higher. Doesn't seem... I didn't see any way to go higher outside. Upper warehouse. Oh, shit. Damn it. I didn't see that until it was too late. Really? Am I going to have to try and shoot those as I go? Elevator machine room, please. Was there none of the red ones on this side? Did I really aim at the only side where there were no nodes? Although I didn't hear the noise of them either. Okay, well if that's there and I can't reach it, then I can only assume. There we go. I must be able to break through. I forgot that that was a thing for a minute there. Okay, back up we go. Damn it. Yeah, I don't think that there's... Yeah, there's no way that they want me to deal with those as I go up. Because, I mean... Oh, now I've finally made it to the warehouse, apparently. It's official. Ow! The fuck? Got a hidden location, including a control point, which is good. Fuck, that hurt. I still don't think I got the corrupted thing, though. Hidden location, ability point, got a new control point. That's good. Got healed up, which is nice, but the only reason I needed to get healed up was because of the fucking hidden area, so I mean, take that for what you will. Oh. There, should provide light if I need it. Still got a power cube if I need that. This must be the thing I need to clear.
Another etching, like the one I used to get in here.
I see a bunch of spikes on the ground, so could be an indicator that I'm about to have a brawl. Don't see anything else, so I guess let's see what this does. Okay, I have a question. Did I somehow hurt myself with the spikes despite not being on them? Like, did walking into them hurt me? Because I fucking hate it when games have that. Because it makes no sense. Oh, goody. The elevator's gonna come up, but it's probably not gonna have my shit on it. Come here so I can get control of you. Is that it? No, thing's still up, but I don't see the dude. Maybe it's because these guys are still alive? It hasn't really stopped them before. I guess that's what it was that they were still alive. Now can I do it? Lock Ancient Reason Abalone.
Is this the lock/key the board told me about?
Oh, I see. I need to put it back together. That's cool. Well done. Only 3 keys tethers remain. Oh. Our nail is rebuilding loosely.
Just doing my job.
Okay. That was cool putting that thing back together. I mean, I realized it was just push the button, but just like the way it came together.
First one down.
That was cool.
Director Faden's got this covered.
Yeah, we do. Now, can we do anything here? No? Now, it's also possible that now that we've done that, it'll force us down a different path, because I noticed that we didn't get fracture. Also notice that our power cube and that are not here. So now I am curious if that other path will take us... I realize I could have fast traveled, but I just wanted to see if the red crap was still here, because it seems to only be there on my way up, which is weird. Oh. Honestly, weirdly enough, putting in the power cubes into the things oddly satisfying for me. Like any game where I get to like power up an area or like light up an area or something, for some reason I find incredibly satisfying. Even in like Assassin's Creed and that, when you go through like the dungeons and the tombs and that, and if you pull out your torch, you can like light all the little sconces on the walls and that. Super satisfying for me. Okay, so this way was the way that leads back to the crossroads, yeah? Yeah. So now that we finished that, is this unlocked? I would understand if it isn't, because you can always fast travel. I mean, that's not like a special or a secret or anything in the game. But I am curious. No, alright, so it does stay blocked off. I mean, by the looks of the map, it would have just came off to the middle of nowhere anyway, or came out to the middle of nowhere, so, I mean, it's not like I could have done anything with it anyway, but still. Let's head back to the crossroads, though, because I think it showed us the nail again. 4 ability points, 3 for shield strength. Sure. No, I only need 2 for shield strength. Maybe because I bought that one? I don't know. Okay, the crossroads. So yeah, it looks like we finished that. But I don't see another way to go. So either we're going to get Fracture now, which once again seems like a really weird choice to make. Like if you were... Like, if you're going to make me make the choice, is it any bigger? Doesn't look like... Hello?
Jesse, hey!
Emily, how did...
What are you doing down here, Emily?
What do you mean? You called me down, remember?
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, that's right. You didn't. But then, I remember you needing me to come here. I mean, you even told me how to get in.
Nope.
Let's just chalk it up to synchronicity so we can get to work.
She takes everything in stride.
The board called me down here to deal with the situation. The astral plane is...
Colliding with our world, I know. Isn't it fascinating? I never even considered that the astral plane could be a physical volume expanding beyond its dimensional container. The bleed is localized to this area, but its growth rate seems steady. Given time, it will consume the entire Bureau, and possibly beyond.
That's what I'm here to stop. The board told me to fix the nail over there by dismantling 4 locks in the astral plane. Funny, I think it's put itself back together a bit.
So that could be due to the law of inverse exchange. For every associated component you remove, this nail reconstructs. Or possibly some variation of anti-sympathy. Don't worry, I'll look into it. Did you notice all the Bureau infrastructure? It looks like there was a research team stationed down here at some point. You think Darling knew about this?
I'd put money on it. That reminds me, have you seen Marshall? She contacted me over the hotline, but then I saw her walking around.
I haven't seen her. The hotline only connects to extraplanar entities. Or dead people. But Marshall's proved time and time again that she's a survivor.
That's exactly what I thought.
Anyway, I've been looking into the minerals growing down here. Have you noticed how they insist on maintaining a certain form? Maybe some sort of a state memory, or they consciously prefer a certain shape?
I think we're on a clock here, Emily. I need to stop the astral bleeding before it brings the oldest house down. See what you can find out from the nail in the meantime. And send out some rangers to look for Marshall. She may be in trouble.
Will do, Jesse. If you see anything interesting, remember to take detailed notes.
Okay. So she's down here.
All the tests I run on the nail keep coming back as... Jesse, you're back.
Yeah.
So did you find anything noteworthy? The original Bureau expedition down here left so much interesting stuff behind.
Like their ID cards. I picked up a weird one. It's pretty old.
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, I found a few ID cards myself. Or, more accurately, the Rangers found them for me.
Are you starting a collection?
I'm going for the whole set. I kid, of course. But I suppose they are sort of like baseball cards, except for Bureau stuff from the 60s. Hey, the one you found is different than mine. It looks like it's a higher clearance level.
A rare one, then. Want to keep it, Emily?
Yeah, I absolutely do. But I think you should hang on to it for now. High clearance access might come in handy.
Sounds like you have something in mind.
Guilty. See, I've been going through Dr. Ash's notes, or the ones I can find, anyway. Like Darling, he seemed to enjoy hiding his most relevant research. From what I gather, there is another floor beneath the warehouse with a special lab that requires 5 high-level staff members just to access. Here, take this. It's an old skeleton key. Something else the Rangers found. I give them $5 for every useful trinket they bring me.
I'm gonna assume this key is my ticket to that lower floor. And that super secret lab you mentioned.
Bingo bango, as Dr. Darling used to say. Well, keep your eyes peeled for more ID cards around the warehouse. If Ash's notes are reliable, and I'm sure they are, then 5 is the magic number.
Okay. Is
The
there more?
Rangers have tapped into an old radio network they found around the Foundation. So if you need backup, just call them at one of the stations.
How did the Hiss get into the Foundation?
Same way we did, I imagine. But you need to remember that the Hiss are the embodiment of persistence. Their nature seems to be one of force, to find every possible vulnerability and exploit it. Their only goal is consumption.
I'm sure there's plenty of goodies for them down here. The nail, for instance.
If the Hiss could corrupt the nail, I'm sure they would have by now. It must not interest them in its broken state. They could be distracted by the numerous unknown paranatural materials I'm sure are lying around. These are the roots of the oldest house. The Hiss will find plenty of ways to make trouble.
They're pretty good at that. So you've never heard of the Foundation, huh?
I've never even seen the name referenced. Clearly it's highly classified, but for what reason? The problem with these kinds of closed-off hidden areas is that they were likely sealed for good reason. But now no one is left to tell us what that reason was.
Any guesses why the Bureau would hide something like this?
I only know what I've observed. This place is spatially rigid, which means it doesn't shift like the rest of the oldest house. Before you ask why that is, I have to admit that I'm clueless. There's some signal interfering with my equipment, making it hard to get a clear reading. It's being emitted from the floor. Maybe I should have brought a jackhammer.
The astral plane is already taking chunks out of this place, Emily. Let's not add to it. So let me get this straight. The astral plane is bleeding into the Foundation.
Correct.
And that's happening because the nail is damaged.
I'd say it's a bit more than damaged, but yes, that is my understanding.
So what's the connection between the nail and the astral plane?
It's a good question. See, I always pictured objects of power as strings between our plane and the astral. If the nail has a similar relationship, then maybe it's more accurate to think of it like plumbing. Now that the nail is busted, sewage is gushing everywhere.
Not the prettiest metaphor.
Alright.
I should get back out there.
Agreed. The astral bleed won't stop itself.
Alright, so now that she's down here, the question is, though, will there be other, like,
We've got this area covered, Director.
documents in that to find? But I don't think so. Alright, so let's go back into our quests here, missions. Find 5 ID cards. It looks, based on that, I would say 3. So all of them, it seems, are at the warehouse. We got 3 of them. Got one inside one of the buildings. We got the one on the scaffolding, right? Over there. Which means the other ones have to be... Oh, fuck off. Ow, who the fuck is throwing shit at me? Prick. Okay. Now that that's dealt with, let's see here. Okay, so we got the control point there. We found one in one of those buildings. We found one... Was there one in this building too? Yeah, it was over here, right? On the table. So we got that one. We got one in the building there. We got one on the ramp there. Can I go lower? No, it just says warehouse entrance. Just there was... What was that? Oh, it's just those. Okay. Now there is another door back here. Maybe that skeleton key she gave us can open this up. Yup. Which there's another ID card.
Another one of those ID cards. Security chief.
Well, that seems like it would be a high level. As Chief Excavation Officer, it's my job to support the research team, so I got you your machine for that ridiculous sand research project. However, it's also my responsibility to ensure the safety of my crew. Do you know how many trips it took to get an entire bulldozer down here piece by piece? And do you know how many of my guys we lost in those trips? Here's a hint, too fucking many. Which brings me to my point. I'm writing you today because of this request form that just landed on my desk. Apparently you want a lightweight 1 or 2 man military-grade helicopter for the purpose of surveying the vast expanse of columns by air. I bet you didn't even stop to wonder how much time, money, effort, and blood this toy would cost us. Well, no, sir. I am sorry, but I will not subject my men to another month of marching through that death trap upstairs. For Christ's sake, these people have families, and not that they ever get to see them anymore. So I wanted them to take apart a helicopter and bring it down here, piece by piece. Yeah, that would be probably a little difficult. I don't know how they're losing so many people. I mean, based on what I've read, they shouldn't have been fighting anything. So, I mean, long, annoying process, sure. But deadly? I mean, outside of those stupid vents, like, I don't see what could have been doing it. Okay. So, it's got to be in this thing, right? Like, there's no way that it's in those side tunnels and that we were exploring. It's got to be in here. And I would like to find it before I shut off. Alright, now it's also entirely possible that there's more breakable walls that I can do. Not there. That wouldn't be breakable. Here. No. No. Okay. So it's not in this floor. Tunnel access. Let's see if it's here. Because I would like to get the ID card before shutting off. Ooh, you know what? Maybe it's this tunnel, right? Like you can see back there. So maybe we can bust into here? Somehow? Ow, fuck. Yeah, we can. Come on, ID card. No? Just for the box, eh? Or we gotta learn to stop punching the walls. Try and... No, we did that one. No. Okay, so this was the first one that we had to go out, right? And we climbed up and went around up to the next floor. Well, I mean, we may as well just continue checking the floor. Well, that's clearly not supposed to happen, but you know, whatever. Let's see. Do I see a hidden area? No. I don't see any clues that there would be one here. Oh, wow, that wall actually broke. Okay, and then this hole is here. So this is the one we get to from there. And then... Oh, but there is that one floor, right? Like, there is that other hole in between 4 and 5. So I guess we'll check 5. And then we might drop down to check that other opening. Okay, because this secret area we've been in. Ooh, but what? No, okay. Okay, so that wall doesn't break. That makes sense. This wall leads outside. All of this wall should lead outside. Oh, look at that. There actually is a painting there. Okay, so since we're here... Oops. If I could remember... where the other hole is, right? Is it there? I mean, there's one there. Maybe that's it. It could be here. Is this it? No, I've been here because I broke that. Okay, and I still don't think that it's going to be outside here, but it seems like my game is frozen. So I will take that as a sign that we are done for this part. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week where we will hopefully complete this Foundation quest.